Total Rob Hammer.
And we've all got secret emus on our switches.
It's Monday the 18th of September and this is screenplay patch notes. I'm Steph.
And I'm Nick, and here's what's been making headlines over the weekend.
Collector's editions of games may be a coveted item for some, but no one would go as far as to steal them, right? Wrong!
Wrong!
A van containing several collector's editions of Total War Warhammer 2 was robbed in the southern English town of Milton Keynes. The thieves have scored themselves the Serpent God edition containing a copy of the game and extras including an art book, a puzzle, and a sticker sheet as well. Do you think this was a case of like mistaken robbery where maybe this team of robbers coordinated a strike on a van containing like hundreds of iPhone 10Xs or whatever it's called, and then they get there and they open the van and they're like, oh, it's the Total War Collector's Editions. That sucks. And then the other guy's like, or does it suck? Because now we all get sticker sheets.
Yes, I do. I think that's exactly what happened. I don't think anyone would have planned this. Interesting haul. The disappointing thing, I think, for them is they can't play it until launch day.
That's true.
Apparently, when I looked it up, and it's like, you need the connection to the server, and then the 28th is when you can get your hands on that stolen booty.
I mean, do they even care about playing it, or are they hoping to like sell this on the black market?
Why would no? They want to play it. This was stolen by gamers who just love the Total War Warhammer series.
Massive Total War nerds.
This is a sad story. This is a weird story. This is just Games Got Sold.
I love it.
Apparently there are only 7,000 copies of the collector's edition as well, but the devs have come out and go, don't worry everyone, if you pre-ordered it, you're still getting it.
You're all getting your sticker sheets.
It just might be, the stickers have been, if you had that thing where you take a sticker off something, the sticker sheet, and then you like need to put it back on, like you're storing
you can never quite
fit in the thing. So there's just gonna be a few people that have stickers that don't quite line up. Also potentially no disc in the box, and it's probably just got like a dusting of drugs on it. So that should be fun. Moving on, and Mike Morhaime, president and CEO of Blizzard, has revealed that he started the company with a loan from his granny. Morhaime tells that both founders, himself and Alan Adham, needed to chip in $10,000. Morhaime didn't have the cash on hand, so went to his grandmother, who gave him $15K. So my first question, what the hell happened to the other $5K? This company was founded on embezzlement.
Oh, okay.
He said he needed 10, he said he needed 15, he only needed 10. Nana's so naive, she doesn't know anything about video games or starting companies.
But like unforeseen costs, like snacks and stuff.
$5,000 worth. I forgot who I'm speaking to.
We live in a time.
I forgot who I'm speaking to.
You know, organic, farm to table, chia.
Yep.
Very expensive.
I am just having a little flashback to when we finished recording the TV show last week, and as soon as they yelled cut on the last shot, the first words out of your mouth was, "Kitty, give me that fudge!" and you just got fudge delivered to you, so that's exciting.
Kitty made us healthy fudge.
So this is very sweet. This is just a nice story.
I love a Nana story.
Right.
Any story that involves a Nana is
because deep
lovely.
down, you are a Nana.
It's true.
And would you lend your grandchild 15K, 10K for a company, 5K for snacks?
I mean, I will never have children, so I will never have grandchildren. So in the context of this story,
would you lend your grand puppy
I will
15K to start some sort of
15K to my cats and dogs to
start some sort of dog game development company?
Massive game development company. Yes, I would.
Yeah,
I would absolutely do that.
This is lovely. This is just nice.
And it's nice to know that such a massive, huge company was founded on something.
That's lovely.
So lovely.
It's founded on something that has heart. Yeah, totally. Also interest-free, so that's exciting.
Moving on, the days of waiting forever to download Xbox games may be over. Microsoft is working on a system referred to internally as intelligent delivery. It'll mean faster downloads and less hard drive space required for Xbox One and Xbox One X games. So basically, I think how this works is it splits the game content up into chunks so you can just download the parts that you need and want to play like ASAP.
It's so much smarter. Basically, like a lot of it is, you know, when you look at a big game download, there's all the textures and the engine and all that sort of stuff, but heaps of the file size for big games is audio. Like audio takes up a huge amount of space because you can't compress it down.
So you could just play it without sound.
Look, in theory, but more importantly, you could play it without the Japanese dialogue tracks. So it's like, you know, where there are multiple dialogue tracks and you go, oh, I only speak English or I only speak Japanese or whatever, I don't want the others. That will massively reduce, you know, some games' file sizes.
For sure.
And also with 4K games like on the X or something, it will recognize if your Xbox can play 4K, and if it can't, it just won't download download all those massive assets.
Yeah, because right now the system we have is you can start playing it if part of the game is downloaded.
Oh yeah.
But then you have to stop playing it if you get up to the part that's downloaded.
The end of the tutorial bit. Or for some games, it just teases you by downloading a loading screen, and then you open it up, and it's like, we're now downloading the rest of the game.
Yeah. It's like, ready to play, or is it?
This is good though.
This is a much better system.
Maybe we'll finally get to a point where I can go, just download the character creator and let me start that, and then like level 10.
Because that takes me like at least an hour
That's
every
what
time.
I'm saying, and then jump straight to level 10. I don't want the boring shit at the beginning.
Even when it's like those Nintendo Me character creators, it takes me a long time to choose the right eyes.
Oh, I've played games with you. I understand.
Does this mean that we could download potentially like the multiplayer content of a game and not the rest of it and just play the multiplayer before you even touch the campaign?
I think you can do that with some games, or maybe it's the other way around where you need to download the multiplayer later. You just don't want to play the Call of Duty single player.
No, I'd be curious to know if that was even an option.
Yeah, like I said, level 10. Let's just split it up that much. Moving on now, it's discussion time.
Discussion time, yeah.
She didn't see the up.
Oh no, my eyes were closed because I was feeling it.
Okay, so this is cool. Right now, every Nintendo Switch in the world, including yours, has a copy of NES Golf on it.
It's a secret little gem just buried in there, buried treasure.
Like a diamond in the rough. It's very rough though, because no one knew about this until switchbrew.org, which is, you know, like a site just dedicated to homebrewers and that sort of thing. They did a dump of all the title names from the system's file, from the Switch's file system a couple of months ago, and they found this thing called Flog. And they were like, what's this title called Flog? What's Flog backwards, Steph?
Golf!
She did it! So they've got, they found in there the NES game Golf, emulated, and you know, no one knew it was there. Basically, this is, you know, this is cool in that there's a hidden game in there. What's cooler is the whole game has been modified, not just to play on the Switch, but with motion controls and stuff.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like actual Switch controls for an NES game. So a golf game, like swinging, waggling, all this sort of stuff, which no one has ever done before, like in terms of all the Nintendo stuff.
So what do you think the angle was here in terms of like burying something like that in there?
I always wondered this sort of thing, because you go, okay, like I get that you needed to...
Were they waiting for people to find it, knowing that somebody would, and they codenamed it
Flog?
Flog, being like, what's something that's like obvious but not
yeah, because
cryptic.
you have to know this, right? Like game developers just have to know by now that everything will be found.
Yeah,
you can't hide something from the internet, and specifically a corner of the internet that's constantly trying to hack into my bank account. So yeah, like obviously they're getting it on there to see if it works, but then not removing it. Like, does it need to be on there for some reason? Is that the only way that the system doesn't, I don't know, like, okay, I'm speaking with no coding knowledge at all. But imagine a lake. Imagine that the Switch software is a lake, right?
Okay.
So there's all this water.
Yeah.
And that buried in the middle of this lake, you want to keep this little pocket that is the emulator.
Like Excalibur!
Like Excalibur, except you need to put something in that pocket, because otherwise, if you don't, the lake just collapses on it and removes that whole space. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So they need to shove an emulated game in there to make sure that the next firmware update, it doesn't just get like, that whole thing gets wiped. I mean, there's no way that's what it is, but you know, something like that.
That's a crazy theory.
It is a crazy theory.
I prefer to think though that they just kind of were working on it and we're not ready to release it yet, but they're like, let's just put it in there as an Easter egg and wait till somebody does a big dump of all of the thing and then somebody will find it and it'll be like Excalibur.
Well, it's a pretty big Easter egg if it is true, because they, you know, they have said that their upcoming, soon to be released whatever online service is going to have the NES sort of like backwards compatibility emulated games. But the fact that they've updated this one with motion controls means that it's more than just a port. That like it's actually, you know, like we're adding new ways to play.
I feel like a porn folder. If you didn't want people to find it, you would have called it like...
You would have called it Flog.
Temp files or something like that, or like miscellaneous trash. Or something. Flog, to me, is like, I'm curious about that. Even before I know that it's golf backwards.
Sorry, I just need to change some names. Anyway, this is cool, and we'll see more, you know, more on this in the future. Also, I should point out, this could totally be a hoax. This could just be, there are screenshots and stuff, but the guy who found it, or girl, Yellows8, has a history of exploits with 3DS and stuff. So I feel like, you know, you're burning a reputation if you make something like this up in the whole hacker community.
Yeah, sure.
And again, speaking of the hacker community, I really do need to change some file names.
Okay, here's what's coming up this week.
It's Monday the 18th of September, and here's what you can soon play. Kicking things off tomorrow, in a very literal sense, is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. This is the 6th installment in the fighting series where you can Hadouken the crap out of Iron Man because Ryu is the best, he cannot be stopped. And the Nintendo Switch can't be stopped either, delivering, potentially, great games! SteamWorld Dig 2 hits your Switch this week. Its adorable 2D mining action worked great in the first game on the 3DS, and the sequel looks set for more of that. Oh god, I've delved too greedily and too deep. You know what they awoke in the darkness of Khazad-dûm? Shadow and flame! But if you're into punching things on the go, then Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 will let you do just that. Of course, they've added some motion control action so you can look entirely pathetic in the safety of your own home, but there's also 6-player co-op and 3v3 brawl modes for local multiplayer, which will be excellent fun at all your fancy New York City rooftop parties. And if you and your friends are disgraceful human beings and into digital dogfighting, maybe switch things up to Pokken Tournament DX. The DX version introduces a new fighter, Decide UI, or however the hell you pronounce that. And speaking of things I can't pronounce, the movie tie-in for Lego Ninjago is out. I don't know much about the series, but kids seem to dig it, and the tagline is, quote, become the ninja you're built to be, which is clever because they're made of Lego. And rounding out the week, Project Cars 2 is here to make your eyes bleed at its gorgeousness. There have been a few enhancements and extra features added to the original, but really, the biggest leap forward for the series is I now accept Project Cars as a title and not just a lazy, early development name that somehow stuck to release. And that's what you can soon play. What are your picks? Let us know in the comments. So that is what is coming out this week. My pick, SteamWorld Dig 2. Loved that first game. Loved it. It's kind of like a Dig Dug meets Spelunky, sort of like chilled out Terraria style game. Yeah, I played a lot on the 3DS, so I'm very excited for this one. On the Switch, it's better than golf.
Nice.
What about
My pick is Lego Ninjago.
No, it's not.
I don't feel like I should have to explain myself to you.
You do, because I had to explain myself to you.
Yeah, no, I think the Lego games are fun, and I'm excited about this ninja adventure, and I think it's probably the most interesting thing to me that's coming out this week.
I mean, that's a good point, because the rest of the list is trash. Moving on now, it's prize time.
Yo, it's prize time. It's gonna get a prize in your face. It's prize time, yeah. I'm sick of singing.
Prize in my face.
On our Facebook 4Play stream last Thursday night, we asked you to identify the Easter egg. We always have one every week in the show. This week, something moved or changed on the set, and you had to pick what it was.
100%. And the person who did pick it won a Cerberus mouse and keyboard, thanks to lovely people at Evatech Custom Computers. And it's a great prize for, let's be honest, what is little to no work from you. The Easter egg was, we removed the head from this R5 unit.
Now the first person to correctly identify this was Katrina Phillips. Well done.
Well done, Katrina, your prize is on the way once we're finished shooting this and do the other stuff we need to do today. Now this week's big prize is still in the running on Thursday night this week on the TV show, 10 p.m. on 7/8. We are going to announce the winner of the first of 3 Nintendo Switches that Screenplay and St. George are giving away to you.
Yeah, so that means you still have time to enter. You can submit your entry on Twitter or Instagram, but you must post it along with the hashtag ScreenPlaySwitch. We'll be announcing one winner each week on Screenplay on Thursday nights until the competition closes on the 4th of October.
For more details, head to screenplay.7 and head to St. George's website for complete Freedom accounts. And while we're plugging things, let's plug what's coming up this week. We got a first play of Divinity Original Sin 2, we got a banger, daddy, and lots of live goodness.
And on Screenplay at 10 p.m. on Thursday night,
we bang another dad!
we review Dishonored 2 Death of the Outsider, chat about our hands-on time with the Xbox One X, and a whole lot more. You can follow Screenplay in all of these places so you don't miss a beat. Details are in the description below.
That is it for today's show, our beautiful Screen mates, but as always, we will play you off with a clip from you guys.
Yes, Theo Tunks, aka Doriosaurus, was playing Mass Effect Andromeda when even the characters decided they'd had enough of the game.
Storm technology has been fully researched, Pathfinder.
Excellent. We're ready to make our push on Meridian then.
Prepping zip
I'll call a
content
meeting
notifications.
immediately.
I mean, you need a spacesuit if you're gonna be running out there.
You do. Thanks for sending that in, Theo. If you have a clip you want to share with the world, send it to us using the hashtag screenplayMyClip.
Yeah, you can send it to the @screenplayau Twitter account or @NichBoy or @HexSteph.
We're done for the show, guys. Goodbye.
Bye to our screen mates.
See, it's catching on already.
Hey, screen mates.
It's catching on already.
It's friendly, makes me want to hug everyone.
It's catching on already. I'm over here. Oh, you're hugging them.
I was hugging them, but I'll hug you too. It's fine.
Now hug them. Destiny is an ambitious, flawed, exciting, frustrating experience, and while it never really coalesces to become the MMO it desperately wants to be, there is enough here that I find myself inexorably drawn back day after day. Oh wait, hang on a second, that's my review for Destiny 1.